The Panasonic Lumix DC-GH5 S is a new version of the GH5 with a 10.2 MP sensor that's built for 4K video in native dual ISO to curb noise when shooting in dim light. Panasonic mirrorless cameras have long been chosen over competing models for video use. Superior compression and connectivity options have made the GH5 the darling of many an independent filmmaker or small corporate video studio. It's being joined by the GH5 S, $2,499.99, body only, which is aimed at videographers working under challenging light. Its 10.2 MP sensor offers a dual native ISO design for much cleaner high ISO video than the GH5 can deliver. We've only seen some sample footage provided by Panasonic ahead of its release in February, so we'll hold off on a final verdict until we've had a chance to test it ourselves. Design. The GH5 S uses the same chassis as the GH5. There are a few cosmetic changes, notably a red S under the GH5 badge on the front plate and a metallic red record button on the top. But the exterior design and dimensions are the same. The camera measures 3.9 by 5.5 by 3.4 inches, HWD. It's a bit lighter than the GH5, at 1.4 pounds versus 1.6 pounds. This is because the GH5 S omits the in-body stabilization system used by the GH5. I'm a bit skeptical of this decision, as I can see it turning off videographers looking for a small kit for low-light, handheld capture. Rear controls include the standard display, playback, and delete options, along with a button to switch between the EVF and LCD, or enable an eye sensor for automatic switching. There's also an F mode toggle switch, with an F/A lock button at its center, a focus joystick, a rear control wheel, and several programmable buttons, FN2, Q menu, FN3, and FN4. You also get a flat command dial with a center menu, SUD button. The Q menu interface is unchanged from the GH5. It's an on-screen overlay display from which you can adjust additional settings. It's customizable, so if you aren't happy with the default set you can choose which options are displayed. You can navigate the menu using physical controls or via touch. Imaging and video. The GH5 S uses a new sensor, a 10.2 MP multi-aspect ratio CMOS chip, without in-body stabilization. The low pixel density makes it a bit less appealing for photographers when compared with the 20 MP GH5 and other mirrorless cameras that pack tons of resolution, like the 42 MP Sony A7R III. The sensor does support 14-bit RAW capture, a first for a Panasonic Micro Four Thirds camera. Other models, including the photocentric G9, are limited to 12-bit quality. The reason for this is simple: there's less data to process in a 10.2 MP image file, so the camera can handle the extra when capturing in RAW format. The sensor, which incorporates a low-pass filter in its design, has a load of video capabilities. It records in Cinema 4K at up to 60 FPS, and at 1080p at up to 240 FPS for extreme slow motion. It offers support for anamorphic lenses, although the low-resolution design precludes 6K capture support. You'll want the regular GH5 for that port.